Another thing, man, I wanted to ask you about, man. From that night at the vibe party, man. It's a picture I seen online, and if I'm not mistaken, you actually had the jersey on, right? You had like a jersey on.
That number 4 from Mecca, my man, what's his name? Oh my God, oh my God, my man Grip. It's not Grip, not Big Money Grip. That's Big Money Grip was a youngster back then. But my man, hold up, yo, Griff, yeah, Griff. Griff used to run Mecca clothing line, and Puff used to want us to wear the bad boy shirts and stuff like that when we did security, but I ain't no billboard. So Griff used to give me all kind of clothes and shit like that, and I used to wear the Mecca stuff for him. So that was a black jersey with the Mecca. I still got that same jersey, man, from that night.
Yeah, man. The reason why I asked you about that, man, is because I came across a picture online or whatever, and it's actually you, Biggie, Puffy, and Stevie J at a table. And if you look at the right side of the picture, you can actually see Tupac fiance Kidada Jones, and she's talking to it looks like Puffy. If you look at the picture, do you remember what she was saying when she was at that table, or you don't?
Nah, can't. It was so much. It was loud, brother. The music and everything. I don't know what she was saying. You understand? I didn't even know that we were going to a party that she was giving. She did that whole thing for the vibe. I come to find out that years later, her and Chris Lattimore from In the Streets, they did that. You understand what I'm saying? That's Tupac, that's Tupac fiance. And if I would have had that information right there, that would have helped me keep Big from going to that motherfucker. I was trying to keep Big from going there.
Yeah, that's weird, man. You don't find that weird, yo, that Tupac fiance was there, like her knowing how Tupac felt about Puffy and Biggie, and she was at that vibe party, man.
She invited them, bruh.
Whoa, I ain't know that. That's news to me.
First of all, they all those stars that they had to invite those stars there. They knew about it. Like when I was in a limousine with Puff, every day we was out there in California, he was throwing this vibe party up to Big's face when Big was supposed to be in London. You understand? Big was supposed to go to London, but he was like, yo, he cussed the president of Bad Boy out, which was Kirk Burroughs at the time. He cussed him out saying, yo, I don't care what you have to do. And this is Arista setting that up for Big to go to London. So he cussed Kirk Burroughs out and said, Big ain't going nowhere. So for him to go to a party that Tupac fiance, when it was still in the air that, quote unquote, Bad Boy had something to do with killing Tupac, because back then that's what people thought. So then, because we was running with the same people that they had to allegedly had that beef with that night that Pac died, we was running with them.
Yeah, that's news to me, man, because I knew she was at the party, and I always just assumed that she was just at the party because, Quincy Jones, he owned Vibe magazine, so I thought she was just there just to monitor the party. But you saying that she actually invited Biggie and them to the party?
Well,
that's wild.
She didn't invite
man.
Big. She invited Diddy. And Diddy, for some reason, had to get Big to the party because he was pressing him full court.
And you didn't want Biggie to go. You was telling Biggie, don't go to that vibe party.
First, I told Big Man, D-Rock. I told D-Rock, me and D-Rock had a conversation about that 2 days before it even happened. We had a deep conversation, and I'm telling him, and Rock like, yo, man, we ain't fucking with none of that. We ain't fucking with none of that. It's different when you, it's different when your man, and I want to be as clear as possible. After he went with the day me and Big was in the Winnebago, after D-Rock went with Puff, wherever they went, he had a different disposition about going to anywhere. Because they showed up at that house ready to go to that vibe party. At first, they wasn't going nowhere. Yo, bruh, me and Puff went to like 2 or 3 parties, movies. He was going out to eat and all that shit like that. Big them never showed up nowhere. They never showed up nowhere, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I mean Puff on the phone calling them like, yo, y'all coming here? Y'all doing this? Y'all doing that? They never showed up nowhere, bro. Puff left me with Big that day, and we was in Winnebago all day. You understand? We was there all day. Until they got ready to shoot Hypnotize. Not, is it Hypnotize? Because I want to get that right. Hypnotize, because these suckers out here, because I said Notorious, and they want to say, well, he didn't know between Hypnotize or Notorious and stuff like that. Nigga, this is not Name That Tune. This is not Name That Tune. You
right,
understand?
and it's like over 20 years ago.
Yeah,
so come on,
it was
man.
Hypnotized. We was shooting that video out of California that they put in the Florida Keys. No, that was in California. We shot that video at. And D-Rock all that day was gone. He was gone with Puff. That's when Big told his whole life story, all the stuff he told, and I repeated everything to his mother, what he told me. And the stuff that I know, if he didn't tell me, how do I know? How do I know? How do I know that Big was upset at Junior Mafia? He was talking about getting rid of the whole team, everybody but Little C's. How'd I know that Big said, Money L, don't think I know he's sexing Lil' Kim? I'm getting rid of the whole Junior Mafia. Except Little Kim and Little C's. And if they want to be a part of it, they're gonna have to show me, because they're gonna have to work for it. Because this is a business. That came out the notorious B.I.G. mouth himself.